And I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder. One of the four beasts saying, "Come and see." And I saw, and behold, a white horse. There's a man going around taking names, and he decides who to free and who to blame. Everybody won't be treated all the same. I'm back here, and it is yet another night. I hear rain at my windows. It's starting to get quiet, and I thought I will unwind. And maybe if somebody's listening to me, I'll help them unwind as well. I went for a little ride. I just want to get coffee. I was a little odd staying in for too long, but I think I'm tired. The need to rebel just showed up a little more revoltingly than usual, so I did step out and I saw a brown, stained, soiled dog licking a black, tired, sleepy dog. And then I saw a white dog with black patches on its coat. It was definitely not a black dog with long white patches on its coat because I thought about that. And then I saw a couple of other dogs. There's a lot of dogs. There's a lot of people. And they aren't friends yet. What does that say? Well, I hope those dogs have somewhere to be now that it's raining. I'd hate to think about them getting wet because they look so tired after the day. Maybe they found somewhere with us a roof over their head. But if they didn't, I wonder, would they want a roof over their head? Yeah, I've seen them walk to shops that are closed and maybe they just scoot in under the shade and see as best as they can about not getting drenched in the rain. But if they have roof over their head, would they want a cot to sleep in? And if they have a cot to sleep in, would they want a blanket? And if they have a blanket, would they want the best quality meat? Maybe humans can condition them to want all that way. But it is what it is. So I'm just gonna read to you a Sylvia Plath poem, or maybe one or two, because I like Sylvia Plath, and sometimes I feel like she writes the same way I do, and if time travel was a thing, and that's a bloody shit cliche, but if it was a thing, I'd like to write back to her for some of the poems, and I think she'd be pretty happy about what I have to say in reply. So this poem, or this part of a poem, starts like this. I am vertical, but I would rather be horizontal. I'm not a tree with my root in soil, sucking up minerals and motherly love so that each March I may gleam into leaf. Nor am I the beauty of a garden bed, attracting my share of hours and spectacularly painted, unknowing I must soon unpetal. Compared with me, a tree is immortal, and a flower head, not tall but more startling. And I want the one's longevity and the other's daring. That was Sylvia Plath's I Am Vertical. And now maybe I'm going to try and read a part of something I've written because not because it is a tradition or not because that's a plan, not because that is a choice, but then why not? So, how are you all doing? Is the night good? Or are you guys trying too hard but not able to sleep? So, this poem that I'm going to read next is just a part of a confessional I wrote. I'm just gonna read part by part. It's a long one, so I'll just read one part today. So it starts like this, and this one's called Too Naked. Rubble, not that kind. Saying as to you reading what I wrote. You'd be surprised it's not a very writing about a very life. I can see you think that. Haven't I told you to think that? As much as I've told you not to, or not. I can see you think that. Haven't I told you to think that? As much as I've told you not to. Or maybe not. Maybe you got so much molten erupting self inside you too that you don't think about me at all. Even if I use a lot of I. Don't pity me, for I shun myself 10 times as much, just so it does not weigh on you. Anyway, rubble, yes. What kind though? The laundry done looks like rubble, and that is the kind of rubble I like, yeah. As a kid, I used to bury myself inside of it. Not to come out though, just to stay in. I wanted to be under it was quieter, the world smelled clean, safe, slightly moist. Is that how it ought to feel? I loved women who made me feel that way, a mix of slightly damp, slightly dry, smells of the sun, smells of the wetness all the same. And just like that rubble when they lay on me heavy, I liked it too. Sometimes I want to get fat for them so they'll like me. But when I did get fat, I was ugly and sick in ways they never fetishized, so I kept loving them skinny. Because I always anyway loved like I was starving. Sometimes they complained I'm too skinny for them. Sometimes they complained I'm too skinny for them. Maybe that is one reason why they didn't like to be seen with me so much. In my memories, they marked the images of me worshipping them. I looked at them despite all the gifts of pain they gave me. I looked at them and I felt, oh, you poor thing, I can't help you. But I want to, and I tried. Random poem. I have no idea why I read that, but you know, if you must fall asleep, you must fall asleep. And if I can do something about that, that's good. I'm myself, but that is not enough. Also said by Sylvia Plath. And I have some late dinner ready, and I put a truckload of pepper into my curry, and now when I have it, I'm getting heartburns. So that's how much pepper I put in it. Heartburn is such a poetic way to say things. Mm. So, heartburn doesn't really feel like heartbreak. Heartburn makes you think, oh, wait, so heartbreak doesn't really mean heartbreak, it just means sadness because you'd feel a heartburn more clearly than you can feel a heartbreak. I don't think you can physically spot heartbreak, but a heartburn, pretty sure you can. If you are somebody who reads Sylvia Plath and Charles Bukowski all the same, then I'd like to get to know you. Especially if you're somebody who can feel it in their bones when they read those, when you read those, I mean. How is the night treating you? What does the sky look like where you are? And if by chance somebody in a different time zone, and therefore if I have the liberty to call it somebody from the past or somebody from the future is listening to this, how does your sky look? How does your day look? How are you feeling today? How are you feeling tonight? Does it get lonely at times, no matter how many people you have around? Then it's time to read some Sylvia Plath. Not that I want to be famous, but then I'd rather be listened to now. I'd rather be listened to now than be celebrated after my death. So, I'm here. Maybe I'll keep it at that for today. And I think it's a due to put you to sleep. But if it doesn't, maybe tomorrow I'll go a little bit longer until you actually fall asleep. So this is me saying good night, and ideally find my voice when the night comes, because I'm guessing if nothing, it'll help me fall asleep. Take care.